What is going on, gamers? Welcome back to another satisfactory video here. Today I'm going to be showing you what I have added to the newly named city of Skyline Metropolis here, which we are essentially working up to 150 nuclear reactors is the ultimate goal, but I have a few rules involved in my build. Number one is anything that happens in the logistics floor stays in the logistics floor. So there's some wild stuff going on underneath this city. Second is every building is to be somewhat vertical. So I'm going to take you guys around. If you want to see other buildings in this area, make sure you check out my previous video I posted 2 days ago where we talk about pretty much the heavy oil residue transformation recycled plastic building, which is the tallest one back there in the back. And but I'm gonna go show you what I've added since that video. So make sure if you like this video to hit the like button for me and consider subscribing. And join me on our way to 100,000 subscribers. Let's go, dude. All right, I'll see you guys over there. All right, so slowly descending back into our build area here. The buildings I'm going to show you are, like I said, added since the completion of our recycled plastic and rubber facility back there in the back. And more or less, really fast before I show you the buildings, I'll show you my to-do board, which is all this stuff over here, in case you don't know what's going on here. So everything that is green is a building that has been built. So everything, you know, plastic, quick wire, all that stuff, including some of the pieces of the nuclear pasta side of things, all this has been constructed already. Now, if they're yellow signs, then that means I've got the math done up here, and these are the next portions of the builds that we're going to be doing here. So just down the line, pretty much all the way down, is going to indicate, you know, the stuff that I have yellow, and the stuff that's still black signs are things that I haven't actually put any thought into yet, outside of, you know, what's already green, more or less. But I'm gonna start with showing you guys pretty much not a whole lot going on inside of these buildings. Put my hover pack on real fast. We do have encased beams here, 64 of them required for the plutonium rods, or not plutonium rods, but the uranium cells. Apologize, but really nothing crazy going on in here. We got 2 floors of assemblers making encased beams from pipes. So that building was added. We still got room for our train in here. Kind of squeeze this one in here a little bit. We did add roads too, which I will show you in just a second. We've got our quick wire building here, steel pipes being made here. Concrete here, I ended up using the fine concrete recipe that requires silica and limestone to make. At the same time I did that, I used the cheap silica recipe to make the silica, which is right in this building back here. So we got our concrete and our silica, and I kind of like this like different looking sign to kind of display what I've got going on in each building, but there is quite a bit. Let's go ahead and throw down a car here because I did start adding a road to the build, so you can kind of see what bit of road I've got going on here. I think the road design looks pretty neat for what it is. Really no real logical use, but like, you know, entrances to all the buildings and things. This is our pure copper ingot factory that's doing 10,500 ingots per minute, which is a ton. But if you look at it in the case of copper powder, you need 300 copper ingots per minute for 1 copper powder constructor. So it actually comes out to being not a whole lot if you're making a bunch of pasta. But here we have our first machine that is going to be using plastic from our refinery tower. And if you know anything, have been following along at all about this refinery, this whole plastic recycling situation thing that I'm doing over here, if we have one item that doesn't move through, it will destroy this building, this building, this building, and this building. So with that being said, we have to make sure any excess plastic that we're not using is getting synced so that we don't end up having any issues. So obviously all these machines are kind of just like, you know, either fully ready to move on to the next task or just being synced for the most part. This is my water jugs, which you guys have probably seen previously. That's powering that diluted fuel plant over there. But yeah, so we got steel beams there, silica there, copper there, AI limiters, and the road I've been working on, kind of wrapping around everything a little bit. My little to-do list station here is starting to get in the way of me furthering my road in this direction. But our stators are here, and I believe back here we've got our electromagnetic control rods, which we're doing 144 per minute right here, which is essentially the same thing. We've just got our stators and our AI limiters coming to here to make those. And then this building is making sulfur, which I have added today, more or less. Oops, just our refineries. Oh God, come on, go in the building. Our refineries here, we've got kind of an interesting situation where we had to bring in 600 water per area. So yeah, this is definitely an interesting design, but kind of cool nonetheless. Actually, I think it's 300. Yeah, 300 per section, because I used one pump per section, so 50 water per machine. Yeah, that's 300, so we did 300 on each pipe, and I'll show you where the pipes are at here. So I'm kind of trying to leave enough space for the road now that I've kind of been doing this whole road thing. And I have a feeling that eventually this area, once we get everything built up and done, that we're probably going to end up connecting with the starter building over there, which is pretty wild because I started over here like pretty far from there. Still gotta go through and paint my pipes and stuff. I've been kind of trying to do this like copper pipe and then all the fittings with the Caterium color. I think it kind of goes real well with the chrome color of the buildings, just to kind of mix up everything. But yeah, more or less we're pumping 7 fully overclocked water pumps all the way to the top here, so that we can evenly distribute that. And you know, we've got all of our water, the gravity feed system going down. For the most part, that's pretty much what I've gotten done yesterday and today. I know I didn't get you guys an update video yesterday. I was in kind of a weird spot where I didn't feel like I had enough done to really showcase more stuff. But yeah, more or less what I'm doing with the road is I've got these what is that, lower barrier there, and then we've got the industrial railing on top of that, and then 1 meter ramps on the sides, and these here as well, which is just the stripes going through. And what I want from you guys, if you don't mind helping or just maybe giving me some ideas, is the next step. Now that we've completed the electromagnetic control rods and the encased beams, now we need to get these uranium cells going, which leads us to this, which is pulling all of the uranium from the map to this area. Now we've got a lot of options for this, and I'm thinking of going with the belt bus option to get them all over here, mainly because that's going to guarantee me exactly how much I need. I don't have to worry about doing any sort of train balancing or 20 trains and all that running all over the place. I think it would be in my best interest just to build a little bus that just stops and collects the uranium along the way. It's probably going to be the best way to do it. But there's also there's the drone option. We could do trucks, drones, or trains. And all that being said, like, I feel like I might as well just run a bus. How would you guys do it? I believe there's 5 or 6 nodes of uranium on the map. I still don't have all of my towers up, so that might be something I do as well, so that I can make sure I can plan this out properly. Maybe you need a tower like here in the middle or something like that, in that little fog of war area that I haven't used yet. But yeah, let me know what you guys would do, and I'm probably gonna start working on it tonight. I also have to automate some filters, I believe. So let's see here. I've got to get, oh, I guess we can't, oh, they're in the equipment bench, not on the crafting bench. Yeah, I forgot about that, sorry. Okay, so we've got to get the hazmat suit, which I can actually craft right now because we do have a fabric machine happening in the original building over there. So now that I've got that, we have a hazmat suit. Now we just need, we're going to need gas filters and iodine infused filters. So I need to automate gas filters, which will be interesting. So what I might do, might do is figure something out to craft fabric over here. Now, I do have, that I think about it here, we're essentially making, we're making 800 rubber in this building to get this first floor started. Now, with that, we only need 600 rubber at the bottom of this floor to get this started, but this 800 is essentially overflowing and we are sinking the extra resin. So since we don't need a guaranteed output amount, see how we've got this extra over here being synced from our random overflows that happen here. I wonder if I could just set up a few refineries just to make some fabric. Because, you know, like I said, like really honestly, the masks and everything aren't something we guaranteed need to happen, especially like millions of them, you know what I'm saying? So as long as I have some sort of them being crafted, that might be the best thing to do, because we need iron plates, which I don't have here, but we can make some. We do have the iron here to make from the 12,600 tower that we've got. We're not really using all that, so and I do have a line of coal that I can drag over here too. So if we can set up let's see here, what does it take to make so refinery, where is the fabric right here? Okay, so just polymer resin and water, not a big deal. Polymer resin and water right here. Use this extra. I can set up a few machines that'll cover all the extra. Matter of fact, what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and I'll set one of these cool counters from this mod that I've been using. We'll set one of those right there. So I'll just set this up and just see how much we're getting out of this thing. Would be a good thing to know. And of course this sink is not going to be in the right spot. Let's scoot that back a little bit. Okay. All right, so that's going to give me a count on how much overflow we actually have coming through, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty constant number. So once that updates, we'll check and see what it is. All right, so according to our throughput counter, I've seen it bounce between 280 and 310. So we'll just say we've got about 300 coming through. So I slapped together this little deal here. We got one water extractor down low, which will give us overclocked 300 per minute, and 10 refineries here, which we're going to set to fabric, which requires 30. So we did 10, and then we've got 300 coming. So we're just going to do that. So I'm going to set this up so that we've got everything we need for fabric here, and we didn't cost us anything that we weren't already using, which is pretty cool. So let me set this up real quick. All right, well, I was able to knock that out pretty easily. 10 refineries getting us essentially, depending on if we are able to fill it up with that resin or not, it doesn't really matter too much, but there's enough in there to make 300 fabric per minute. So all we'll have to do after that is just turn that fabric into gas filters using coal and iron plates, and then turn that into iodine infused filters using quick wire and aluminum casings, which will be interesting because I don't have aluminum over here. So maybe that's the next step. But you guys be good. Thanks for watching, keeping up with Metropolis, freaking Skyline Metropolis crazy build we've got going on here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support, and I'll see you either tonight on the live stream or tomorrow on another video. You guys be good, and yeah, see you next time.